Hello, this is a quick follow-up on this 3D printed Surfliner project that's been going on. Been making some progress and doing some paint, as you can see. But now that everything's kind of unboxed and I kind of figured out how things go together, I just wanted to show you this awesome kit. You could almost call it a kit. That's how well it goes together and how little prep is needed from Steamineering, and you can probably find it online at Baldylocks at Etsy. So they do the printing. They send, each card consists of a shell, a upper floor, a lower floor, full interior, and you can see that I do some, touch-up painting and this and that, stain the carpets. Then a chassis section, and this is the one that's not cut out. All goes really well together. You can even see that, let me zoom in here. There are little notches here and here that correspond to a notch in the floor here and here, and it's just a little bit offset so that it only goes in one direction. So they really did put their heads into it and thought about the engineering, so you can only get the floor on to the bottom in one correct direction. Now you'll notice on this, all the interiors are the same, so you guys can gripe all you want, but this is pretty darn good already, probably better than most what other people do. This interior also comes with this cab section. This is so if you actually put this interior on as a cab car, you can actually see an interior in it. It's even got the stairwell. No stairs, but it's got a stairwell that comes up just like the real Surfliner on both sides, so you can look at it, and that's the bathroom for it. So if you want to model a toilet in there, go nuts. All of this kind of goes together into this assembly that I'm just gluing together now. So you can see the top half, the bottom interior, and on the chassis. Now I'll take this glue. This super glue has probably set now. And you can see the bottom, and this one's done in stainless. These are made just for the screw-in Kato trucks that go in there, and you can also have the pickup that goes through it, so you can wire it up to do DCC, which we plan to do. Mike, the designer, even left some holes in here so you could put a sound decoder in if you want to do a cab car sound or whatever. For the cab car, you definitely want to go all out and do the full DCC, light effects, ditch lights, reverse and red, headlights and all that. And if you want to go sound, there's space for a speaker down there, and keep a live circuit. So this is pretty cool all together. On the shell side, this is where we're at. This is just primed, barely any, almost no sanding, essentially. There's, sometimes you get a print line here and there, but actually the sanding that I was doing is actually to knock down the orange peel from my own paint. And so this is a primered in Tamiya gray, and then I believe it's bright blue from Gunzi, Mr. Color, and that's in. The shell is essentially done, minimal prep. This is such a wonderful 3D printing experience. So I've been playing with a couple of different silvers, and I went with this stainless steel color. This is kind of the closest that I like, just because aluminum sometimes is really bright, and this is minimal prep. I just laid it on. It's got a semi-gloss on it. You could it doesn't fingerprint, and it's not one of those polishing ones, so that's why I prefer this Gunzi stainless steel color. And just for reference, this is right here. Let me get the interior out of the way. Change the angle here, cast some shadows. So this is for all of you that are, if you want to see a side by side. Here we have the Surfliner on the bottom, single door. Okay, this is a phase 4 car, and I've gone and just taken some lacquer thinner on a Q-tip, light lacquer thinner. Don't use the hard stuff with acetone in it from Home Depot. Cleaned it down, wiped it down, got the striping and markings off, and this is ready to paint. Okay, but this is the Kato silver. This is the stainless color that I kind of prefer. Now, you could argue and debate, but I think the stainless kind of is good enough. A straight silver sometimes just looks a little awkward, I guess. And then here is the Kato truck that goes with it. Or it will go with this car. So, and the Kato trucks are actually painted in silver, okay? So kind of your choice. And I'm still debating, but I'm pretty set on the stainless, and this floor is painted in stainless, and that's how it's going. So there you go, side by side of a Kato plastic versus a 3D print. You do want to be careful. I have to reconstruct these stirrups. They do come apart very easily when you're getting them out. The designer and the printer really did a great job of you know, putting these things onto the runners. And so, I mean, you can see from the floor section here, if you're careful, you could just go through with a razor saw and gently go down and break through it. Thinner sections, you want to be careful. You probably want to nip these. As I kind of use a nipper and cut those off first, and then on this face I'll just go all the way down with the razor saw, just like the bottom face here, and it's really fast out like that. Anyway, so that's this shell and the bottom go together very easily, pops on, and then, you know, once it's painted, it's ready to go into decal. It's almost that easy. Windows I'm waiting on to come in the mail. So yeah, that's it for the Surfliner side. I'll show you, this is the brass Surfliner, so we'll just line these two up. I mean, these interiors are so good that I'm even contemplating throwing some of these printed interiors into the brass cars. We'll get up to a high angle, and this is just gonna show you again the differences. What color blue is up to you and your preference. I think I'm reasonably happy with this, but if you look at the real stuff, the Superliners are painted in a different blue from the original. The logos don't match the Superliners or the original cars, so I think there's a lot of play in there. So that's brass versus a 3D print. And finally, for those that are asking about the Superliner car, well, so here is one Superliner car painted with that blue, ready to roll. Here is the second one that's waiting for the blue to go on, and then this will all go back together as the Katos do very easily, and it'll just go to decal. So I do make this decal sets. They're available through Steamineering and Bally Locks, or you can maybe try to find me online at or ping me on this message, and I do still have some decals to sell, but they are printed by microscale and they are limited production. Basically it costs too much for me to reprint them anymore, so once this 250 set is gone, that'll be gone forever. So basically, for all you people complaining about why doesn't somebody make a Surfliner, this is probably as good as it's going to get. And you know, I really encourage you, this is a really good, I would say, kit to actually put together. You can build it yourself, and let's put the modeling back into model railroading. Yeah, I encourage you guys to do this. Really good stuff here. That's about it in send messages. I'll try to get some updates as this gets put together, and my entire tray of 12 Surfliner cars start coming together, building several sets and spares for people. And no, I don't want to build for other people just because it's a lot of work. So yeah, good luck out there, and send me any questions. Thanks.